Change has come. It's at the door. Everything that was true isn't true anymore. In our hands is a broken crown, and the wars that we lose mean freedom now. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Let's dance into battle, start a revolution, turn the heartbreak into evolution. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, from the ashes. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Keep marching on. 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 Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again.
The plan for living life, playing the game of life. Rules to the game of life. You will receive a body. You will learn lessons. There are no mistakes, only lessons. A lesson will be repeated until it is learned. Learning lessons does not end. There is no better than here. Others are merely mirrors of you. What you make of your life is up to you. Life is exactly what you think it is. Your answers lie inside you. You will forget all of this. You can remember it whenever you want. Mastering ourselves, being our best selves. My power, my control. Mind, body, soul, which is thoughts, wills, the things you say, and emotions. Principles: learn, grow, teach, help. Foundation: love, health, wealth, happiness. Rules: respectful, safe, responsible. Being a champion, one day at a time. Having accountability, accept responsibility for actions and performance. Culture, living our values, mastering ourselves, body, mind, soul. Excellence, being our best selves by efficiency and productivity. Leveling up in life, showing up for yourself, focus on yourself, core values, decisions, goals, and behavior. Live by, no excuses, take ownership, empower yourself to do better and be more for you. Many are here to help us be the best version of ourselves through learning and development. 2, I'm willing to do the work and you are willing to do the work. The first step to empowering you is creating a structure that helps you eliminate excuses through clarity of responsibility and process. Being a champion to create winning is by having a desire to be the best version of yourself and empowering you to do so daily. Having a better world that is a champion world is that it takes all of us. Everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, which is inside of us all and all around us. What is your energy? Low vibration or high vibration? Low vibration. Empathy, victim, helplessness, blame, negative self-talk, worry, hatred, anger, fear. High vibration. Hopefulness, courage, acceptance, happiness, self-love, gratitude, positive self-talk, trust, knowledge, abundance, forgiveness, unconditional love. Mastering ourselves. Lust, intense desire or craving, greed, excessive selfish desire. Gluttony, excessive consumption. Pride, excessive self-importance. Sloth, laziness, empathy. Envy, desiring what someone else has. Wrath, extreme anger. The unseen laws, spiritual laws you must respect. Core unseen laws. Law of reciprocity, which what you send out, energy, thoughts, actions, returns amplified. Law of authority. Spirits only respect those who know who they are. If you're confused, they dominate. Law of resonance. You attract what matches your vibration. Purity equals clear outcomes. Law of timing. Some doors open only in divine timing. Forcing it equals punishment or delay. Law of spiritual debt. Every lie, scam, or shortcut leaves a karmic invoice until it's paid by pain or repentance. It blocks flow. Law of access. Sharing sacred things with unworthy people gives dark forces access to you. Guard your spiritual intimacy. Law of sacred exchange. Don't ask for something from spirit world without giving something. Prayers, food, fire, service, truth. Law of hidden eyes. Even when no one is watching, you are seen. All thoughts and deeds echo in the spirit realms. Everyone will get exactly what they choose. 3D earth. Fear, division, anger, control, hate, AI. 5D earth. Love, unity, peace, freedom, healing, consciousness. This is the great awakening. Some bridges are beautiful when they burn. There's a calmness that takes over when you can't go back, when you've changed, when you've decided, when you've left behind a version of you that is no longer you. The end of everything is the start of anything. Welcome. I am Alisha Quinn, and today we are going to be talking about generational Curses. It's been a very interesting past year, and this year we are definitely ready for changes, and things are changing. And, you know, we are playing a game. Life is a game, and reality is what we make it to be by our energy. It's all an energy game. And that is truly what I have come to find. And today, and this year, I'm going to be talking a lot more about the energy game and some of the learning lessons that I went through. And, what were those learning lessons of overcoming the fears and the judgments and regret and guilt and these things? Because it is up to us. The kingdom of God is within, and I am on my highest timeline. I live in peace and unity with all beings because we are free to make our lives what we want them to be. And the only limitations that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves. It's all within our consciousness. And so you have the power to break free from those bondages, just like I have worked on breaking free from the bondages that I was under, letting things go. And today we are going to talk about generational curses, though, because when I started receiving spirit guided messages and that I was a generational curse breaker. So this was very interesting, and this started happening just before I left Washington State. So then when I left Washington State, and I even wrote my family letters telling them who I was and that I was this generational curse breaker, right? But anyhow, going down that road of being a generational curse breaker, okay? And, I have to give it some thought of being a generational curse breaker. And so it's very interesting within my family and my bloodline is that um they're very I don't know, I don't even really know what their real set of beliefs are. But it's just kind of like we're just here, just kind of living life. And I don't know what truly they even feel like the meaning of life really is, right? It was just kind of like you're just kind of living in the world and, just kind of doing what, everyone else is doing kind of thing, But they weren't really into religion. And so they're kind of like the opposite of religion, right? And so, watching, we watched a lot of TV and stuff and, working, they do put a lot of value on working and education, especially that they had a lack of education really. And um, I ended up being one of the first ones in my family to graduate high school. That I was one of the first ones to do that. And, I did go through what I went through with Cal, but I also ended up being the one where we had that action that was taken to have him face some consequences for what he was doing. And that was just something that had gone through my family bloodline, that it happened with my mother, it happened with my grandmother. Okay. And so, thinking about this generational curse breaking, right? And as I went along writing my book after I came here to South Carolina, and I'm writing my book, I wrote the things that I knew of and was aware of for my grandmother. I wrote, some stuff about my mother and my younger childhood and things. And so I'd been working on writing this book of my life story and things, which involves, the people that I have been involved with, including my family and stuff. And as I went through the end of 2024, where I really came to this point that I had to let go of my family and that they were just not for me, not going in the direction that I was going in this world and in my journey here. And I had to let them go. And I had really, I went through a period of time there after the podcaster had friend requested me that I shut down Facebook. But then towards the end of the year, I did go back on Facebook and was kind of on there a little bit. And I knew I needed to get off there. And so we had the brand new year start and everything where I was starting my podcasting and things, right? And then it was on January 2nd, and I was just like, let me go on Facebook here and look at one message, right? And I went on there and it literally told me to get the hell off of it, that I needed to give it a break. And that's what I have really truly come to find with things is that when you step away from things and you go back to them, things change because you change, because everything's a mirror and a reflection. And when you pay attention, your outside world is really speaking to you of what's within you. So if you're irritated about something, it might be something that, you need to work on. And so, and that's how I have even received messages about certain things is paying attention to some of those things because those messages do come from messengers. And so it's very interesting. So when that happened, it just kind of I was just like, oh my gosh, put the phone down and so I started continuing writing my story about my brother and his children and their baby mamas. And so he has three children, pretty gapped pretty well, and three different mothers. And as I was writing this day, that's when Spirit put it upon me. Generational curses. Because I also was involved in this separation from my children. When I had my dark night of the soul, ego death, and some would call it a, mental breakdown, that I had no one to take care of them and I had to place them in state care. And that's when I was shown it on January 2nd, writing about my brother and his three children. My grandmother, her mother abandoned her and her brother, my grandmother and her brother, with an abusive man. Back then, women didn't have rights to children. and he was abusive, and she abandoned these two children with him and walked away. My grandmother lost her children, my mother, at least twice. I know my mother has talked about being in foster care in a group home when she was 5 and stuff when she was around 12, 13 years old. So I know that they spent some time in the foster care system a couple of times. And then my brother and I spent a period of time around a year or more when my mother had a nervous breakdown with an aunt and uncle. So we had this separation time too, around a little more than a year. And my brother has 3 children and 3 baby mamas, and each one of them have spent a period of time, a little more than a year, separated from their mothers, even by his own hand. And this was something that I had to become aware of. Spiritually, I chose the journey and chose the path to be that one to expose it, become aware of it, and to break these generational curses. And you gain generational curses when you're not working on yourself and doing your inner work, changing your energy, when you're stuck in a lack mindset, when you're stuck in a victimized mindset. All those energies, not mastering your flesh, you end up with generational curses. Not taking care of your mind, giving it to the world, giving it to your television, the news, whatever. You end up where you have generational curses. The Rockefeller Covenant even states it. Distract you so you're not working on yourself. And so I was distracted there for some time, with religion, looking outside myself, looking at Jesus Christ. He wasn't going to save me. He wasn't going to save me from thinking about other men while I was married, that lust. He wasn't going to save me from my consumption of food or the things that I look at, pornography, conspiracy theories, even looking at everyone else but myself. But I was put in a position to start looking at myself and start doing my inner work. And I could have continued down the road that I was going on because others had a chance to do it too. So I looked into myself and started doing my inner work. And when you start doing your inner work, it starts unlocking knowledge and spiritual gifts. It's all within us. To build the kingdom of God is within us. To make peace is within. Because what's within does come out. And I see it again and again and again. It's very interesting when you change your energy and you see the world very differently. And I ended up seeing something just the other day, in fact, that this woman was pulling into a like a tire place because I had to get my tire fixed. And she pulled in and she accidentally hit this other car pulling in, but I didn't think she had hit him at first. And it looked like she got really close, but I didn't think she had actually hit his car. And he was inside and he's like, you know, that did she hit my car? And he goes out there, right? And so I just kind of was watching this thing and, she was kind of like, oh, I did, kind of thing. And so, I see these two out there and he gets on the phone. I think he was, making some report or something and things. And all of a sudden, I see them hug. And, she ended up checking her car and stuff. And so she had a white car, he had a blue car. It was just like a little mark, it looked like, when I eventually did see it. But it was very interesting because I heard that man when he came inside and he was saying how that woman was the sweetest woman to get hit by. And, truly that is the kind of world I live in, that don't sweat the small stuff, really. It was really a small thing. And should there be accountability for it and responsibility? Yeah, but is it that big of a deal? It really isn't. And that is the kind of world that I live in. So when you change your energy, you change what comes out here. So it is worth it to put in that inner work and to break the generational curses and become aware of them. And I became aware of not only this separation between mother and children within my family line, but mental illness that, um, I have to work on as well. And also, um, there is definitely there's definitely relationship issues within this bloodline that I have to work on as well. And a lot of that does stem from our consciousness and our thinking and our projections onto other people. And becoming aware of that is something that I can work on. When, I have a negative thought projection towards my child, and I could say, no, that's not what I want from them. I want this. And so, you know, we have had problems casting our fears out, and everything is energy, your thoughts and the things you say and your emotions, how you feel. So you put that feeling in it. Oh my God, I'm afraid, what if this happens or what if that happens? You're casting that energy out into the energy field. And it does create something out of it. And only you can be responsible for it. And so that is something to become aware of when you're casting negative things out, and we put curses on one another as well with the words that we say. And I have seen plenty of men have the curse of Jezebel for sure, where they can't control their dicks. And that's what happens, can't control the dicks and the mind, the body, all of it. So, it's up to us to change, to master ourselves, to take that ownership over what we have ownership over, which is our mind and our bodies and our souls. You either give it away or you take your power back and take that ownership over it. So we're going to go ahead and watch a few videos.
Why the chosen are born into toxic families. Hear me now. Being born into a toxic family is not a punishment. It's an intentional choice made by your soul. Let that sink in. You didn't end up there by chance. Your soul selected that family with all its dysfunction, pain, and chaos because it saw an opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to awaken, and to become the one who breaks the cycle. Listen to me carefully. Toxic families are not a curse. They are a forge, a fiery crucible where the chosen ones are refined. Those harsh words, those unfair circumstances that neglect or control, they weren't meant to destroy you. They were meant to reveal you, to strip away illusions and push you towards strength, awareness, and transformation. But let's go deeper. Generational cycles don't break themselves. They need someone strong enough to stand in the storm and say, "It ends with me." That's why you were sent there. Not to fix anyone, not to save anyone, but to heal yourself so deeply that your transformation creates ripples that shift the entire dynamic. Hear me now. Families are mirrors. They reflect your own fears, wounds, and potential. The pain you feel isn't just theirs, it's yours too. And the moment you choose compassion over anger, forgiveness over resentment, you step into your power. Healing begins with you, and when you heal, you lead by example. Declare in the comments, "I will transform my pain into power." And if this message resonates, click the link in the bio to join the Chosen Ones community. Your journey starts now. Amen.
Well, I thought that shared some very good insights and things. And I do know that I did choose the family line spiritually that I went into and chose to take on the energies and the different, pains and things to, be the one to rise up, to be the one to change and things. And, I've been doing it my whole life and I didn't even realize I was doing it because, my family is Democrats and I went down the road of being Republican and being religious, which they're not. And so, I experienced that as well. And so the thing is that, the world, which is all of it, looking outside of ourselves, government, religion, all that is not going to save us. It's a spiritual journey and spiritual path. And so, and when we heal and we learn our lessons and break those cycles, we can create something much better, for sure. So we're going to go ahead and watch another video.
So let's go over karmic cycles and the power of I am. So what exactly is a karmic cycle? A karmic cycle is a lesson that you need to learn from either a past life or this lifetime. And it's called a cycle because you will keep going through it until you learn the lesson and you heal. And when you heal, it becomes a blessing. Your frequency rises. And a lot of you guys are generational curse breakers and ancestral curse breakers. So you came back into this realm with a lot of curses to break, karmic cycles to go through, but also many blessings to gain. And those generational curses can be anything from addiction, parental wounding, codependency issues, a lack mindset, loving others more than you love yourself, allowing people to cross your boundaries, use or abuse you. And it's your job in this lifetime to break that karmic cycle, break that karmic loop, understand the lesson and receive the blessing. To understand that God is love and love conquers all. To understand we all have a light side and we all have a shadow side, that we all have a feminine and a masculine, a give and a take energy within us that we need to integrate and balance out. And the enemy doesn't want that. The enemy wants to keep you in a lower timeline, in a lower frequency. It doesn't want you to resist the devil, because if you resist the devil will flee. You see, this is not a battle against flesh and blood, but spiritual principalities of good and evil. We all have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. And we also all have free will. It's your choice which one you're gonna feed. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the key is love. Love for yourself and love for others. That's why you gotta forgive your enemies, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand how they're giving away their destiny. They're giving away their souls, and they're giving away their power. A lot of them got tricked, but not you. And our job here is to spread love, to raise the frequency, to build foundations under God. See, a lot of people are gonna know God is real through your story, through your testimony, how you walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and how you feared no evil in the process, because you knew that God was always with you. You saw past all the illusions, and now you can see with spiritual eyes. So chosen, keep healing, keep raising your frequency, keep speaking to God, keep covering yourself in the blood of Yeshua, and keep speaking life over yourself. I am love. I am a child of God. I am the light and the resurrection. I love you. Amen. So let's.
Well, he said a lot, and we're here to break some generational cycles. We're here to raise the vibration and the frequency and make these changes. And, we have to forgive, and we have to let go of the ones just that don't know any better. And they truly don't. And we have the power to raise up our vibration and our frequencies and protect ourselves with our vibration, with the things that we're thinking and the things that we're saying and these things, and nothing is going to harm me. And so it's amazing, because you will be shown and you will be proved that you are protecting your energy. And so, the ones that want to stay stuck in those other, in those lower vibrations, and you elevate, there comes a time that you may just have to let them go and let them live the journey that they're choosing. But, don't let them hold you back from what you came here to do. And you have a highest timeline that you can choose to be on, to be your higher self, to learn those lessons, break the cycles. And, they come in many different ways. Addictions, and, letting people walk all over you, use you and abuse you, and, all those things, and those lessons come in so many different ways. And once you elevate and you can see it, not only within yourself, but within others, it's just very different. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at another video.
If you are seeing this video, stop scrolling. The universe has sent me to deliver this message straight to you. I am personally manifesting that this finds exactly who it was meant for. No hashtags, no gimmicks, no bullshit. Promise me you will stay until the very end of this video. Hit the save button and come back and let me know when this happens for you, because you are so close. This message is long overdue, and it's been a long time coming for this collective, but I need you to understand just how fucking close you are. You've been doing such a great job. I know it hasn't been easy. I know the world is on fire, but please, whatever you do, please keep going. The missing piece for you is not the end goal. It's not the destination. It's permission. No amount of external proof, insight, validation, confirmation, or resolve is what you are seeking. It's permission. It is full, unapologetic permission to completely be. You are going to strike gold. And when you do, you better come back and let me know how and what it is and what it looked like and how great it fucking was, because it's going to be better than you ever thought. And you've been mining for a long fucking time, okay? And I know you're tired. I know you're burnt out. And I know that the world feels utterly helpless, but I need you to lock the fuck back in. I need you to anchor in to your truth. And I need you to give yourself the permission that you have been seeking everywhere else but within. You are literally like inches away from this gold. You have been mining and mining and mining. And the moment you strike it, it's all going to pour through, and it's going to be like a landslide. So I hope you're ready for that abundance. And I truly in my heart know that you are, but I need you to understand that you cannot give up. You need to give yourself permission to fully be. You have been trying to validate, prove, and confirm your place here in this world, and you have never needed to do that. Now, I'm sorry no one has told you that, but most of us have been indoctrinated into a system that really does not honor and serve our truth. And I feel quite a bit of suppression in this truth of yours for a great majority of your journey. And it's scary to embrace that, right? It's scary to speak that truth, but this is really all that's left in this process, in this piece. It's finally giving yourself permission to have it, to be it, to let it in. No proving, no rhyme or reason, just permission. And once you do, 222 is on the timer there. Once you do this, I promise you it will all pour through. It has been a long year. There's been so much inner healing, shadow work, and revelation that comes, and that brings a lot of grief. While the world is in turmoil and in chaos, it can feel like nothing but helplessness and despair. I need you to have hope. Hope is so much stronger than fear, and fear, especially orchestrated and intentionally curated fear, is never going to prevail. As hopeless as it seems, as dark as it seems, you must keep going, and you must give yourself full and unapologetic permission to be, to have, and to experience life in a new way. Because this happening goes far beyond you. It goes far beyond the one thing that you need to have come through and manifest into your life, maybe a job or a relationship, right, that you've been asking for. It goes way beyond that and the immediate gratification that this brings you. This goes beyond even your own journey, and it tethers in our collective experience all in one, because we are all connected through creation. And there is no reason you cannot have it all and be it all, because if and when you do, you will not only be helping yourself and experiencing your goals and your dreams, but this abundance overflows into the world around you. You cannot give up. More than anything right now, I need you to promise me that you will not give up. You are so close and you can't see it yet. The closer you get to something, the harder it is to see it. It is right beneath your nose, but I promise you, and I have chills saying that, I promise you, if you keep going and you keep believing and you give yourself just a little bit more permission to be, it'll happen. I love you so much. I recognize how hard you have worked and all of the struggle that you have experienced and overcome. But I need you to understand that now is the time that you no longer externalize your validation, the confirmation, the proof. You are the fucking proof. You always have been. And some people didn't like that. And that might have caused them to hurt you or to act in certain ways, but that was never about you. Please do not give up. Please continue to keep going. And please hold so much space for love, acceptance, approval, permission, and hope. Because your hope is going to light the way for not just yourself and your dreams, but for so many others. Please keep going. The world needs you. You are doing such a great job, and things are about to change. You can't see it yet. You don't need to. Just trust and give yourself the permission to fully receive it and be. I love you so, so much. You've got this.
Well, he had some very interesting things to say, definitely, for, sticking to and keep going, learning the lessons really and healing, doing that inner work and that healing. And, abundance comes from within. It's state of consciousness. Your situations and your circumstances is only because of the state of your consciousness. And when you have the lack mindset, that's what you get in your reality. And so coming up to see the abundance, have the abundant mindset, and you get different results for sure. And so it's all within us. It's all our state of consciousness is what we are experiencing in our realities. It's us. And so, breaking those cycles, not letting people use you and abuse you and, run all over you, having boundaries, respect, making sure that others respect you. And you can energetically put those boundaries up. And maybe you'll be tested, but you got to be the one to hold those boundaries. And so taking responsibility, you know? And so we all have it within us to do it and to heal. And when we heal and we do the inner work, we get different results in our reality and our experience. So we're going to go ahead and watch another video.
People make the mistake of judging a book by its cover. People make the mistake of messing with the quiet ones. They make the mistake of messing with people they think nobody has their back. I'm here to tell you, most people that operate on their own are powerful because they can't run in crowds. That's number one. Number two, those are the people that are usually highly spiritually protected. See, there's a lot of people out here that are the generational curse breakers. And if you are the generational curse breaker, you done been through hell and back. If you are the generational curse breaker, people don't understand. These ancestors been waiting for that one to release them and the generations yet unborn. And when that one person comes, do you understand the protection that they have? Do you understand that they will do anything and everything to protect that person? Do you understand that we might be love and moving in love, but they came from a different time and don't care. Not only are they protected by their ancestors, they are protected by their spirit guides. And some even walk with angels. And some, the Most High Himself, has a specific interest in their life. So people really need to stop messing with the ones who they think are by themselves. Because most of them are usually walking with an army. People may...
Well, that's what I found. Is they don't play around when it comes to me. It's truly amazing that I had Robert, my former husband, pass away in January of 23. And the man, Dick, the preacher man that he left in charge of punishing me and my children, he died a year later. And then after Robert's sister lied to me when I left Washington State, she died 3 months later. You know, there's a lot of people, 3 in my own life that did something truly against me. And so anyhow, I am protected and I do have an army around me spiritually. And spiritually, I am a badass. And spiritually, I have a high ranking as well. Because I came here to fulfill something and do something extremely important. And I am doing it. And it's all within anyone else to do it too. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and take a look at another video.
Are the generational curse breaker. You are not just a chosen one. Have you ever heard that our souls pick our lives before we come here to earth? That we pick? The Word of God says that I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. What if we had a conversation and we picked? Never accepted by the sinners. Never accepted by the saints fully. Always kind of just floating somewhere in the middle, right? Chosen one. Always been the black sheep, the oddball. Lived for the world, lived for God. Experienced a lot of different things. Went through a lot of things that God brought you out of. Because all of this boils down to one thing. When you chose to come here, you said, I'm going to do what my grandma couldn't do. I'm going to do what my mom couldn't do. I'm gonna do what my great grandma couldn't do. I'm gonna break these curses that have put my lineage in bondage. That's why your path has never been easy. You're not just breaking current situations, chosen one. You are breaking generations. Generations. God knew, and your soul knew before you came here. You are breaking these generational curses. And it might have taken some obstacles, but it stops with you. And that's why it's never going to be easy. That's why your walk is never going to be easy. You're breaking years, generations of curses off of your lineage. So your children, so your great-grandchildren don't have to suffer from the same things. That's what you're doing here, chosen one. That's what you agreed to come here and do. You got this. You were built for this. You chose this. You are a freaking warrior of God. Called and chosen. I know this message is for someone and I felt it to my core. God bless you.
Well, that message came to me and helped me a great deal. So, I am that one that my lineage has waited for to heal, to break the bondages. And I have been doing it. And I had to lose a lot to do it. But you know what? I did it. And now we're in a period of time of gaining, for sure. And so, continue to work on those mindsets, those projections even of what we put on others. Because our outside world is only a reflection of ourselves. So we got to change from within. Change from within and it will come out. So we're going to go ahead and watch one last video, which came to me, which was extremely fitting for my life. And this is very comical as well. So we're going to go ahead and watch it. It is a little long, but it is extremely entertaining.
Next, please. So let's discuss your soul contract. What? A soul contract. It's what you have to sign and agree to before we can throw you in the reincarnation recycle. Let me check a little bit. Let me check. Okay. Location, Earth. Ew. Ooh, you're a generational curse breaker. Fun. What now? Oh, it's a very important role. You are going to break all of the generational curses that your ancestors before you failed to break themselves. Oh, freaking great. You need to fix everyone else's shit? Okay, got it. So happy you signed up for it. Such an important role. You will be breaking all of these cycles. Hundreds and hundreds of them. What? What? What exactly are these cycles? So happy you asked. Seems to be that you'll be born in a family that reflects all the things that you're against and that reflects your deepest wounds. What exactly are these cycles? Oh, glad you asked. So, you are going to be mistreated by your parents. You're never going to have enough money. You're going to do jobs that you hate. But there's a good side. One day, you might get the job you want if you're able to awaken. What else do we have? Excessive drinking, excessive partying, bad. Hit rock bottom again. fuck would anybody want to do this? What the fuck? Okay, but, why exactly? Why? Well, so you can heal them. You're going to be the healer. You're going to take in everybody's problems and you're going to fix them. If not, you failed. And then, well, we'll leave that for another time. Oh, lucky me. I need to heal them. Oh, okay. Okay, now we get to the good part. You'll then meet what you think is your soulmate. That sounds good. Soulmate? Soulmate sounds good. Okay, what's wrong with that? But he's going to be horrible. Oh, no. You're only going to be with them to learn things. The things that you forgot to learn in your past life with them. It's basically a lesson. You know, stop doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result type of thing. Yeah, that. It's going to be horrible. He's going to cheat, manipulate, lie. What? Why? That's great. Then you're gonna meet another one that you think is your soulmate. But he's not either. It's just a karmic relationship. See right here? To allow you to heal past life traumas. Doesn't that sound great? Oh. Great. So I'm going to be recycling exes that I already broke up with and already ditched. Got it. What else? Okay, so that you're going to repeat that trauma about 10 times. Hold on. Let's see what else. Or until you figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, then we're just going to start all over again. Oh, a few times. You're going to have to heal all of the family members in your soul family. Then after you're done reducing yourself to a lunatic, then we're going to give you OCD, PTSD, ADHD, insomnia, intuitive abilities, but you can't tell anybody or they'll think you're crazy. Then a whole bunch of other Ds, but that's okay. And once you've overcome all of this, you can teach others how to do it too. But they're going to hate you and call you crazy. But it's called the Great Awakening. And we might have to trigger you to do that. So be prepared for some near-life death experiences, okay? That we're going to have to do that. And if it doesn't work the first time, we're going to have to keep on repeating it until you wake up. Is that all? I have to overcome all of the traumas. There's another page. The back. Okay. Question. What is an identity crisis? It's when you're so spiritually fucked up to not understand who you are. And you're going to think that you're absolutely losing your mind. You might even remember past life memories. How fun is that? Oh. Don't worry. You'll be able to figure it out all on your own because we're going to send in some spiritual imposters and impersonators just to mix things up and shake things up a little bit. So you're going to have to decipher who's phony and who's real, then expose those truths. And wait, you're going to get a whole bunch of hate for it, for telling the truth. That's part of the advance contract you picked. Good job. Confident. I'll figure it out. Fun. Alrighty then. Can I skip this class like PE? Can I no, yeah, no. Soul contracts. So much fun. Next, please.
Well, I thought that summed up a lot for me, and it was extremely entertaining as well. Recycling X's and, getting those abilities, really, having psychic abilities, intuitive abilities, and inner knowledge and wisdom. You got to do the work, you got to do the healing to tap into those gifts for sure. And so I'm not above anyone else, and it's all within anyone to put in the work and to get to those places. And so, and one of the rules of the game is that you will forget all of this, but you can remember it whenever you want. And so you can tap in to having past life memories. But I will say be cautious of what you ask for. So, because you might find out something that, doesn't hit you in the greatest place. But, reincarnation does exist. We've lived past lives before, and the stuff we don't take care of and heal from and let go, we carry into our present lives, really. Carry into the next life. So, it's time really to let it go, let it go and heal, and create heaven on earth within you. So, earth is a school for sure. And so, experiencing it, learning, healing, all these things, and being a generational curse breaker. Because, once you break those generational curses, we can live in the love and the light and the gratitude and just have better experiences for sure. So we're going to go ahead and ask some questions, have some questions and answers here. What are examples of generational curses? Cycles of addiction, mental illness, poverty, abuse, chronic sickness, failed relationships / divorce, and a general sense of defeat or failure. How to break a generational curse. A combination of self-awareness, intentional actions, and spiritual or psychological work to disrupt negative family patterns. Focusing on individual change, therapy, prayer or ritual, and creating a new positive legacy. What cancels out bad luck? Focus on positive mindset shifts like practicing gratitude and changing negative self-talk while also clearing negative energy from your space through decluttering, spiritual cleansing, baths like salt and flowers, or burning purifying herbs like sage. How do I know I'm breaking generational curses? Actively healing trauma, becoming a cycle breaker by changing family patterns like being supportive instead of competitive, developing a different, more empathic worldview, setting boundaries, and becoming the supportive parent you never had, showing growth through different choices and behaviors like prioritizing mental health over old toxic norms. So conclusion is that I am a generational curse breaker. I came here for this. I chose the journey that I have gone on. And I had to wake up. I had to wake up to who I was. I had to wake up and become aware of the things that I was here to do. And I did come here to do a lot, including the obesity. It's me who has to do it. It's me who has to take care of it. And I'm taking care of it, I'm working on it. And so nobody's going to do it for me. And, nobody's going to save me from it either. And so we have to take ownership and responsibility over what we came here to do, because nobody's going to do it for us. We have to be the one to do it. We have the power to change ourselves, change our world, change our bloodline. And so I am the change and we are the change. And so, you know, put your work in and heal. And you can help many when you do that. And that's how we change our world. And so having a different mindset towards the world. And so that's all that happens out there anyways. It's just their reflection. It's just a shadow. It's just their shadows. And so either you come to that point where life is for you and you learn the lessons and grow, or you continue down the road that things are against you. And so we have the power to create the world that we want, and it begins within us. It's all vibration, it's all frequency, it's all a state of reality, and not everyone lives in the same realities. You know, I mean, I went down the conspiracy road theory, right? And so it's just a frequency. It's just a mindset. It's just like a reality, a world, right? And then there's people who don't go down there. You know, they might live in the religion, right? And government, because it's, you know, all the same. So anyhow, you know, and that's where they're at, you know? And so they don't believe all the stuff from the conspiracy world, but they kind of all like end up mingling in together, really. But you know, it's just a state of frequency, and you attract. And I've watched it happen within my own life as I have really changed. And like, I don't really even have too many religious people that come around me anymore. And the ones that are around me, I don't really associate with very much. But the thing is that we don't talk about that stuff. Like I don't even talk about politics or government or anything, because I've shut that stuff down. So energetically, it makes a change where people aren't talking about politics and stuff. And so as I've moved away from that worldly stuff within government and religion and conspiracy theories, and I'm leading down this path that, like, hey, you know, I am the generational curse breaker. I'm here for this change, and everything is from within us, and that we are the change. And those are the people that I run into quantum observing, right? So now I mentioned to someone, you know, do you know what quantum observing is? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, I know what that is. And so, you know, maybe they need inspiration or wisdom, or maybe, you know, I need to help them, or, you know, maybe they need to give me a message. So it's all very interesting that everything is a reflection of us, and you change your world by changing what's inside you. And I'm on the path of the straight and narrow way of only my reality, and living in this moment, being present. And so, you know, people, you know, can live the lives that they choose to live in and choose to be in what they want to be in, giving their energy and their power away to it. But I have taken my power back, and I do not consent to those things. It's not the life or the world that I am creating. I am here to create peace and unity, and that begins within. So, you know, those people, they're free. They're free to live their experiences that they want. They're also free to make the changes, break free from the bondages, because it's all within. So, you know, we're here to make this change. We're here for a better world, a better life, and our words are powerful. Our thoughts are powerful, and we are the ones to take the ownership of them, to empower ourselves to do better and be more, because life is for us to learn and grow. We are all one. We are each other's teachers and helpers, and that's for sure. And so, free yourself from the cycles, free yourself, and manifest the life and the world that you want, because it's all within you, and you got a God-given right to live the life that you want and experience life the way that you want, and that is true freedom. I'm grateful for the things that I have healed from and learned from, and changing my energy, changing my vibration and my frequency, and leveling up in life. And I am grateful for anyone and everyone who is listening to just learn and grow from me and expand their consciousness to heal, and you don't have to take everything and agree with everything I have, and take what, works for you, what you can comprehend. And, and it's very interesting when you look at things, and then I have a very introspective view of things, like several different layers. And so when you can, especially when you know that I learned something from this person that they would just totally never even think that I would have learned from them. And so I know just by I put myself out here that people will learn whatever they need to learn, take whatever they need to take. And it could just be like the smallest little thing. So anyhow, I am offering that help with healing, taking your power back, because you have that power to do that. You have it within you. And if you want that help and that guidance, you can go ahead and reach out to me. My links and email are in the bio. So enjoy your day, enjoy your life, and break those cycles and work on being your highest self on your highest timeline. And we are the change. Love you.
Most people don't realize this, but we're not all living in the same reality. We're all walking this earth, but we're living in different dimensions. When you're in the lower dimensions, you believe in a God outside of you. You say things like, "Thank you, Jesus," and "Thank you, God," up there. And that's okay, because that's the level you're at. It's part of the journey. But when you go through a Kundalini awakening, when your spirit truly begins to rise, something shifts. You don't just believe in Christ, you become aware of the Christ within you. You stop thanking something outside of you, and you begin to awaken to the power that was always inside you. Christ consciousness isn't about religion. It's a frequency, a higher awareness. It's when you realize God lives in you. You see, people argue because they live in different dimensions, and they don't understand each other. Some still live in the 3D where everything is fear, control, separation. You're over here trying to speak light, truth, oneness, and they look at you like you're crazy. That's because you're not speaking the same language of consciousness. When you awaken, you rise. You begin to see the world through God's eyes, not man's. And that's why we say not everyone will get you. Not everyone is supposed to, because not everyone has risen yet. But your job is not to prove it, your job is to live it. Let your vibration speak louder than your voice. Thank you for following us at Awakening the Empaths, where truth is spoken without fear.
Fool me once and it's shame on me, but you know you better tread carefully. Fool me twice, I'm your enemy. I'm your enemy. If you push, I push back. Try to hide, but I'll hunt you down like a maniac. Down, you'll go down. So if you hide, I'm gonna hunt you down. Run, you better run. Vendetta, run, you better tread carefully.
You ain't got a chance. Trying to go to war with the champ. Trying to go back, but you can't. Now it's only one king, I'm the man. Anybody wanna step to the plate? Better go and get one thing straight. I don't freeze and I won't hesitate. Matter of fact, y'all been running in place, can't run from your fate. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? So electrical, charged up, shocking every second like a billion volts. Now we hyperactive, you don't want no static. I was born for battle, finger on the pulse. Y'all paper plastic, well I go Jurassic. So far from average, running with the raptors like a slaying lion, steady moving silence. So in other words, I am the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I am the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I just look at the world, such a sight to behold. Most of the stories will never get told. Been on my own for so long, I don't know what else to do, pray I don't lose my soul. Walking through fire till I'm numb to the coast. Coming for everything, diamonds and gold. Nothing to lose, all in my control. And I'm about to go savage, so don't say I won't. And I'm destined for greatness. Ain't no fabrication, ain't no time for waiting. Super fundamental, I can see them hating. Ain't a scrimmage, steady winning. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. Been in motion, this is physics. Never slowing, never getting with it. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. And I gotta wonder, really fine slipping in. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Who's gonna stop me?